to the ascended soul. You find the thought stream associated with the shame, right? And we gave many examples of the thought streams, feelings of disappointment, all the thought streams associated with it. It's not about finding the actions, although it just happens to be that that's the way our brain works. We equate that thought stream with certain things people said or certain life circumstances, and that helps you. But it's not the circumstance that caused the shame. It's the thought stream in your reaction to the circumstance that caused the shame. Do you understand what I mean? So find the thought stream. If you have to find the circumstance, that's great. But you have to really think about what was going through your head at that time. What was the thought stream? And some people say, what was your belief system? But I find that to be a very confusing word because people think of religions and things like that, or people think of valuation systems. And it isn't that. It isn't that you believe what you're saying, consciously or subconsciously. It's just that it's a thought stream and you don't have to own it because you didn't create it. You need to hear me on this one. You don't create your thoughts. Some of you are going to be like, yeah, I know that, but I really need you to feel it, like for it to go deeply into you. Because there is a major belief system in our society that's been teaching you that belief systems are there, and then you create a thought pattern based upon something you believe. It's not true. Thoughts come first. They're just an energy that are circulating in and around your environment because you're co-dreaming. You and the perceived other are creating thought stream together. They're not yours. It's not from the other person. It's just there. We don't need to think about if God created it or do we get it from past lifetimes. None of that matters in this particular process. I don't know about other people's processes, right? But in this process, it's just the thought that's there first. It's not yours. You didn't create it. And even though you didn't create it, what you do with it is your responsibility. So find the thought stream, all right? And then think about what decision you made. There had to be a thought stream that then turned into a decision. And in that moment of decision, there's the you that would have stayed the same, and then the you that made a unique decision, positive or negative, and then you that splits off and makes the opposite of that positive or negative choice. So the you that would stay the same, the you that makes a different choice, and then the you that makes the opposite of that different choice. That's 3 potential ways, not 2. 3. Same, positive, negative. Same, positive, negative. 3 different decision-based points. Do you see what I mean? So, for instance, if the Venusians explained this really clearly last night, say if you were in a toxic marriage and that was the circumstance, you had a thought stream of, I am worthy enough to leave this, and you leave. There's another you that's created in that moment, right? That begins to experience what would it look like to stay in that toxic marriage, right? So, and there could even be another you, like say if you're on the brink of choosing and you kind of think about, well, what would happen if I leave but stay in the house, or if I leave but we keep sleeping together, or whatever. You could create more than 2 or 3. You could create, oh my gosh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different potential choices, and then create 9 different potential yous. So I don't want you to get overly confused about this, but this is the nature of consciousness that we're talking about. This is big stuff. But I want you to find that older thought stream that causes shame and figure out what decision you made because of it. And then call in the ascended soul that made the opposite choice. Find that, all right? And tap into each of those versions of you one at a time in that parallel realm that has the experience that is the opposite of your shame. We're not going to go through every potential thing, but we're going to find any potential you that made a decision that is the opposite of that unique shame in that unique thought stream, in that unique time capsule. Do you see where I'm going with this? So you're going to choose one. You're not going to freak yourself out. Just start with one version of the ascended soul that made an opposite choice that was the opposite of shame. Connect to that being. Okay? And then listen, call them in, ask for healing of the shame, listen to what the ascended soul or parallel you has to say, and then apply what they're sharing in your practical day-to-day life. That's how you use the ascended soul to heal shame. Your homework to go deeper on this is listening to the Venusian Council YouTube video that I just did live yesterday. All right, I did that for you as well. Okay, questions? Let's get to it.